This is CZSurvivor, and say hello to Besiege by Spiderling Games. So this game is in alpha. I saw it on Steam. I was humming and hawing about playing it. Then I saw Zisto do an episode on it, and I thought, let's get it. So I played a bit, got some contraptions and devices made in it, and I thought, why don't I do it on my channel? Because I kind of need a filler episode, and it'd be a pilot. If you really like it, I can continue going. So by filler, I mean that there's a lot of work going on in my vanilla world that's taken a long time, and me and friends are trying to set up a modded series, but friends can be unreliable. We've got everything all set up, just one of them just can't seem to get on. Well, not get on the server, but be on to play. But anywho, so we're going to go to the first area. So this is a sandbox game all about creating contraptions to destroy, kill, or get to, or steal stuff. Right, sorry about that cut. My brother's playing FIFA. We all know where that leads to. Well, anywho, so to begin, it's got a little tutorial up here what to do. I'm basically just going to do that. Place down these wood blocks, long ones, they're called normal wood blocks, and the small ones we're not going to use. Then it wants us to create, place some wheels on the side like so. We then set this contraption on the ground, we click play, and we destroy this poor farmer's house, because that's what it's asked us to do, and we also murder a few of his sheep. This game is lovely gory. So yeah, let's move on to the next zone, and we can do some things that are a little bit more interesting. So this one, you can't quite get up here with this one. This one doesn't quite work. If you watch, it just, okay, apparently it does. It's not supposed to be able to work its way up there, but the way I did this one was not with a vehicle that I have saved. No. This one, I use this contraption. This simple heli. We'll set it on the ground. Basically, we've got a load of these helicopter flying spirals. The central ones activate, these ones here act as power, and these act as directional control. So if we want to go forward, we activate the back one, that pulls up the back, causing the main power rotors to pull forward. So yeah, let's give this a try. It's not the best thing ever to say, and to make it a little easy to fly, you need to really slow it down. So it's O to fire up the main ones, and this thing could do a bit of bracing, but attaching bracing causes weight issues in that it can't literally pick itself up. So as we can see, this mission is to get to an insignia, and down there, those things there are bombs that explode, and also the sheep like to run at you. We might just, oh, that's epic. No, helicopter, don't crash into the tree. Right, we'll crash land on the insignia. Yeah. So yeah, you have to get to that insignia, and my thing's fully functional. Also, this thing's pretty funny when you flip it out. See if I can get it to flip out. I have seen it do some very weird things. And the dogs next door start barking. Right, so we're on the next area perimeter wall, now that the dogs have started barking, and we can load one of the first contraptions I created. Well, yeah, first non-simple contraption, and it is this simple siege weapon. Can I rotate it? I don't believe, I can't remember whether this one actually works on here. Bit of a lag spike there as well. Can I control my time, please? Thank you. Give this a go. Now this is using springs, lots of braces to stop this thing ripping itself apart. If we grab this, these are contracting springs. We've got a bomb and we've got a holder. So we click play, the bomb's going to fall in, we hold L, and it fires that. So this one doesn't quite work on this map, but it does create a beautiful destruction of them, and apparently we somehow destroyed that. Don't ask. This one I actually drove all the way around and actually destroyed it with a tank concept that I have lost. Oops. So yeah, we'll go on to our next area. Let's go back to level select and move on to an area. That one's a little annoying. This one, we'll go to this one because that leads on to another map that I want to do something. So yeah, this is where the catapult first came into its true effect. Can I just rotate you a bit better? Thank you. We'll click play, and this catapult absolutely destroys it. So you can't, in fast mode, you can't really see much happening. If we go right down into slow mode and we get a proper angle on this, I just think that looks epic. So the next area is the Midlands encampment, and this is where I came up with this thing called the Spike Strike. I then came up with a V2 design that wasn't worth it. So this thing has tank style steering. So basically these wheels operate independently of these wheels. I'll just quickly show you, they're all on different key controls, and this allows for, what keys was it? I and I believe J. Wait, yeah. I and U, sorry, are my forward keys, and if we just give this a quick test, as you can see, it's pretty damn destructive, and because it's made of wood, it does like to fall apart a little. Wrong key. Bit of lag spike as well. This game ain't the nicest thing to my old computer. It's kind of ripped itself apart. One thing that this Spike Strike does have a problem with is dealing with dead bodies. I am getting some serious lag here. Who have I missed? Who is still alive? Wait, let me just slow down the frame rate, speed of the game. Wrong key. Right, let's try this again. Bit slower this time, bit simpler. Let's go. So it could do some bracings at the back, this thing, but hey. Straight through the cannon on the right. Turn that way. Plough through these guys. Now these guys are where I usually experience my main problem, in that dead bodies underneath seem to really just stop this thing from working. Can I reverse into him? Excellent. Now to get over to them. Oh, don't break me, cannon, please. Come on, can we get over to these? Apparently not. Okay, I don't know what's happening with that archer there with his arrow. But hey, oh man, this thing's destroyed. Now let's see if we can just complete just part of it. Yep, we got this zone done. First time I did that, this thing was very successful. But hey, now this is where I created the advanced catapult, which should be known as the Catapult V2, and it uses a grabber mechanism rather than a holder, so you can release the catapult at any time you do desire. So if we quickly reduce that, and there's loads we can do on this game. I'll do some building after I've shown you what I've actually made in the past. So we fire, release when we want to, and destroy the heart thing. Such a beautiful game. Also, all my catapults are completely reusable if you can come up with a reloading mechanism. I've got a few ideas, but that's something I'll have to come up with next episode if you want me to do more of this. So this one required a little bit more of an oomph to break, and that's where I created the Catapult V3. But before we do that, I want to show you how powerful braces are, and to do this we're going to slow down the game to practically very slow. If we quickly wait for this bombs to fall, and then we're going to watch these two towers. There's the power of the brace not ripping here, but here the whole thing has come apart because of the not having braces. It's just snapped in multiple places, as you can see. We will release the bombs now, but the thing's totally out of place and would be completely unreusable. I don't believe these are actually going to, well, they're going to kill everyone, but I don't think we'll complete. No, oh, we didn't even kill everyone. So yeah, the power of the brace, which you can see, this whole bit has fallen apart. So we load the V3, the completed version. We can take a detailed look at this. So lots of bracing all over it to keep it in structural integrity. It's got a large footprint. This enables it to stay stable when firing the cannons. I would like a larger footprint, but we are limited to this box size, and if we disable it, you can't complete levels. So we're going to increase this to about there, and we can get a nice beautiful angle. Accidentally clicking off my window there. Yeah, I would have recorded this in full screen, however I get some weird black boundaries around it, so I currently don't have a full size window. So let's show this in action. Proper. Doesn't really fall apart, this one, and absolutely beautiful. And this thing's completely resettable as long as the structure you just destroyed does not get wedged between your cannon thing and you actually have more explosives or whatever you want to throw at said fort. So next area is this one. Now this is where I came up with probably my favourite thing I've built, the Grabber V1. Now this thing could actually do a little bit of improvements. We'll do a little building now, in that it needs some more structural bracing to work at its full potential. It can do some pretty cool stuff, but it's kind of slightly fragile to work how I like. So these braces just make them stronger, it's quite obvious. I'm going to try and brace this up, not too much. Okay, well that'd be a lie, I will over brace everything. Undo key there. A shortcut key for deleting stuff as well is the X key. Rotating in this game is R. If you place an item down, for example these wheels, you can't use R to rotate it, you use F. Just a quick few shortcut keys that took me forever to figure out. You can see them actually all up here. We can get rid of our HUD or GUI, whichever one you want to call it. GUI would probably be a bit more logical. So I'm not going to brace all of this, I'll leave the underside unbraced because I generally find problems when bracing the underside. This contraption works either way up, and you see that arm there? That is a grabbing mechanism. It's got a grabber on the end that's designed to grab stuff, but it also works as a leverage system to lift and move this device. I think some of you can see where this thing's going. Well, has been. So we'll quickly throw this into play. Arrow keys to control that. Tank controls again. So we'll grab this log as per this mission requires. We will try and get up on here. Place said log on here. And then this. Okay, I ripped it. I think I might have added too much weight down here for the thing. Let me just try getting rid of all of these, okay? Right, so here's my new design, only bracing the grabber handle. This does seem to cause some structural problems down the centre, but hey, we'll just deal with that. Maybe the original design would actually be best. This thing's being driven in reverse now, which is pretty confusing. But what we should be able to do is that, and we are in reverse, so I have to use the alternate keys, drive. Right, let's try this again. We're still in reverse. Okay, let's try and turn this thing around. Keys, respond. Why aren't you doing what you're supposed to do? Ah, this one's set up slightly wrong. My mistake. This vehicle is actually set up ever so... Right, let's try this again. Let's just use it as this device. Okay, enough wobbling. You're supposed to be able to... No, you're supposed to be able to lift yourself up. Oh, never mind. Right, we'll get on to the next area. This isn't working how it worked before. Ah, this area, Simon's Flock. Now, I came up with actually a funny little contraption for dealing with this area, and that was this thing. The spike, what did I call it? Speed spike, that's it. So, let's give this a little test run. So, this thing has got tank controls as well, if I push the right keys for my tank controls. And the whole mission of this one is to brutally murder said sheep. You gotta love the blood on this game as well. So I've just gotta try and remember my orientation, because the thing about this game is it could do like a fixed camera block, like you fix your orientation or something. This game is still an alpha, so they may add something like that. So like fix it along this plane, because if I turn around like this, there's nothing to tell me that pushing forward will send me this way, other than my knowledge that it is the wrong way around. So yeah. But yeah, this whole mission is to murder every sheep in sight. But I've also got a little funny thing on this thing, and that is this, which is designed to help get over ledges. So yeah, I don't think this game allows you to push more than 2 keys at once, or something along those lines. We'll just destroy that, because why not? Okay, I apparently have a windmill stuck through me. Let's see if we can get all these sheep cleaned up. Yeah, well, okay, a sheep just committed suicide off the top. I do like suicidal sheep. Ah, excellent. Right, so this thing is actually pretty tough in the department of not wanting to fall apart. And I have, in the past, driven it up here. But also in the past, I have had this thing spectacularly rip itself apart while it's going up these. It worked. Excellent. Let's try and get up here. Okay, there. That's where it breaks. So yeah, the whole H thing is to help get up these in certain situations. But for this one, it's not entirely necessary. Now the final area we're going to be doing today, we have to reach these 3 insignias. So this mark, and this mark. But for this, we're going to create a machine on camera. And I'm going to create a kind of tank-like machine. So we're going to make a very compact one, very small. We're going to add plenty of armor to it. We're going to give it tank controls, because nothing actually beats tank controls in movement. I'm sure those wheels are okay. We can give those a quick test. Yeah. This thing is a little light, which causes problems, and we do have some guys here. Can I just blow up? Excellent. Yeah. I did create a contraption once on this map where I would shoot at those guys first, but not today. So we're going to armor this thing up, because we want this thing to be completely impervious to attack. We want a safe little siege weapon. So these metal plates are impervious to piercing rounds, what archers shoot, and are highly resilient to heat, as you can see. And that is to protect wood, because wood is flammable, as we all know. So this thing is near indestructible, and we're going to set up these controls. So what you want to do is, on the left side, you want your whatever you're going to be using for your forward right, which I'm going to be using I. You've got to do them kind of in a reverse pattern. It's a bit confusing to think about. Did I just do that right? No, that's I, that's J. And then on the other side, we're going to use K, U and K, sorry. U, K. And this creates a more logical operating tank system. So when I push right, I actually turn in the right direction. When I push left, I turn left, but it activates the right side wheel. That's what we're trying to do. As you can see, the not being very effective versus the armor plating. So we're going to zoom out, and we've just got to reach these insignias. We've also got a statue up there, sending insignia off the top, and this is where I apparently do backflips. And as you can see, this thing's near indestructible after falling off there. However, these bombs, on the other hand, are a little bit more of a... Can I nudge this? Okay, no, I can't nudge it. Right, let's move on to the final area. Now, this is actually the last area currently available, and your objective is to destroy 60% of everything. Now we're going to go back to that heli that I made, but this one, the heli bomber V1. Using the same idea, I've got some braces on this so the thing doesn't rip itself apart during flight, and it's got the same controls. However, 8, 4, 5, 6 and 2 control the corresponding grabbers for the bombs. So 8 will drop that one, 2 will drop that one, and so on and so forth. So we'll give this a try. Take off. Now this map, I have to say, I haven't actually completed yet, so maybe we can complete it, or maybe we can blow ourselves up. Yes, this one's a very tough one, and we might actually want to just slow things down ever so slightly, just to make things a little easier for ourselves. So we want to drop these bombs in a kind of logical manner as not to disproportionate the weight. So you've got a feature here that shows us your centre of mass of your vehicle. Now I don't believe that actually continues working during game, but centre of mass takes into account, especially on flying vehicles. Now I'm trying to keep this thing straight, but it's not easy, and as you absolutely lose control, it just gets worse and worse. So let's see if we can actually fly this thing proper. This was suicidal, guys. No, 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 no. Drop bombs. Okay, that didn't quite work as planned. Right, let's try this again. No. Oh, you have to destroy everything around the area as well? I didn't know that. I thought, oh, destroy 60% of everything. Does that count the people? Are the people classified as things to destroy? Let's drop some bombs. Oh, they are. Or is that just things being set on fire? No, that is actually the people. Oh, that makes things a lot easier. Maybe I'll actually come up with another contraption. Come on, run at the thing so you catch on fire. And let's see if this will actually work. They decide to run away as soon as they catch on fire, which is pretty cool. And fire is kind of contagious. Maybe I'll come up with another contraption very quickly and see whether I can come up with a way to kill everything. Right, so here's going to go a first fire test for what I'm going to call the tank. Okay, the tank rips its gun off. No matter, once it's fired, it doesn't need it. Okay, this thing's not going to actually complete this area due to one simple fact, in that I can't destroy those walls. I may be able to destroy these. I may be able to get close enough to actually destroy everything. Does trees count as destruction? Ooh, it appears so. And I've just clicked off screen. Let's see. Can we... do I have control? No, because I'm stuck. Get off. Can you lot like die from the spikes? Please? Hopefully. Hopefully we can destroy enough stuff. I'm stuck on dead bodies. You know what? This might need a bit more design to make it work. Am I stuck? Come on, drive. Yeah, I think this might need some more design. So, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for in today's episode. So I created a fully operational tank gun here. Rotates independent of everything, as you can see. Capable of ripping itself apart like so. But anywho, so, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did so, hit that like button. If you've got any comments, questions, drop them down in the comment section below. I'll answer them if possible. Stay well, and Survivor out.